Okay.
Welcome to Rich You Speak. I'm Lisa Cruz.
I'm Jess Dennis.
And I'm Tom Clifford. How are you, ladies?
Wonderful. But the bigger question is, how are you doing?
I'm doing really great, thank you. Why do you ask?
Well, we heard some sad news last week, and we heard that your last day at H.C. Miller was on Friday. We just wanted to check in with you and see how Tommy TRC is doing.
Thankfully, the social media community is really busting out for Tommy. The Clifford family is fine. The hard part of the whole thing is I don't just have one family, I have two families. So taking care of my College Avenue family is considerably different than taking care of my Little Chute family. So for the next couple of weeks until something lands, my Little Chute family, as well as my College Avenue family, are going to have to buckle down. And it's hard not because you support two things, being a dad with some older kids. So that's the bummer. That was a hard call. But the missus is taking it very well. There's the different stages of I don't even know what she says. There's all these kinds of different stages.
There's different stages of grief.
That's it. The different stages of grief. She went through the
Absolutely.
whole thing, and there's the bitterness and stuff. But at the end of the day, being mad really doesn't solve a lot. It sometimes makes you feel good, and it's kind of nice to go outside and hop up and down and maybe swear once in a while. But that doesn't really solve a lot.
Yeah, long term, that doesn't get you far.
No, that doesn't get you far. Focusing on the positive gets you really far. Now, granted, you can't really go down to your mortgage company with a big box full of positive and go, hey, this is really cool. I got a fortune today. That doesn't pay the mortgage. And, hey, good job. You'll find something doesn't pay the mortgage. But at the end of the day, the Clifford family lived rather humbly. And thankfully, for that reason, life isn't coming to a crashing halt.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good lesson. I'm sorry, Lisa. I think that's a good lesson right now, especially in the economy and how you guys have kind of prepared yourselves to be flexible depending on what happens.
We have prepared ourselves. Someday, when I read my book and you see the chapter on the Appleton years, and you look about, what has actually happened in January to prepare the family for it, it's pretty amazing. We're being watched over. There's no doubt about it. The sun's shining. It's just not nearly as bright. But
It's still shining.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And some days, it's humbling. It's very humbling.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. That it truly is a lesson, because you hear these horror stories about families. This happens to them, and then, within 30 days, they're out in the streets.
No.
I had another conversation with another friend who's facing some hard times. You can see it coming down the road, and they're really looking at their needs and wants and figuring out to eliminate some of those wants.
Yes, and we have some good friends. We even have like a babysitter who said, "We'll watch your kids while you look for a job, and we won't charge you." How awesome is that?
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's
So
truly amazing.
You talked about the social media community. How have people in your network helped out and supported
Goodness, I've probably had over 100 instant messages, tweets, emails, text messages. Some people did. One gal from the Foxy's magazine did a video dedicated to me. It's one of those things that you get out of it what you put into it, and everybody, right, wrong, or indifferent, people know who I am, and people are very, very. The good vibes are just coming. It just dump trucks of good vibes just got poured in my driveway, and it's just awesome. It really is.
And I think that's what you were saying. Like, you are always depositing in the Goodwill Bank of Credit.
Yes, yes.
Because you are so positive, and that it's times like these and when that really starts to come back.
Yeah, it's time for me to take my positive thinking ATM card and pull some out of it, because I think I put a lot in, and the people in this area are just, it's overwhelming.
You mentioned somebody who helped you out, gave you a little gift.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was at Blueberry Hill, and someone completely out of Ross, somebody I wasn't expecting that at all, gave me a Taco John's gift card, and it was the smallest little thing, and I got choked up there, and I probably could get choked up now if I went into much more detail about the whole thing. But it just said food for search, and I thought that was the coolest thing that, you don't realize the little blessings you get. And if you say that, I need $1 million to be a blessing, no, your blessings start in the smallest little things. And whether it's a warm handshake or a punch in the arm, or I got the nicest email from or text message from some of the people at Affinity, Believe it or not, they reached out to me, and I thought, man, and one of them called me Sport. It's going to get better, Sport. I thought, that's kind of just what I needed. Like, just a punch in the arm, and you get high mileage from that.
Yeah.
And of anything, you build your resume and you start passing it out. But when you're top of mind in this type of place, everybody knows, and everybody, if I hear anything, I'll let you know. You can't ask for anything more. You can't ask for anything more. And I've had people from the news send me links to job openings and different things. It's awesome. It really is.
So what is next? Like what's your ideal job or career or move for you?
What I really like to do is I like to help build buzz. I'm very big into technology, so I like to help problem solve. Even more buzz, it's just like problem solve. At my last place, they'd come to me and said, Tommy, our customer wants to do this. Take a couple days and figure it out. Then you come back with a little proposal. Okay, you're going to need this, 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 and this. Here's a gold plan, here's a silver plan, here's a bronze plan. They can pick one, and that solves your problem. And I love doing that. I love being the research and development type of person. I love just, I'm not a salesperson. I'm terrible at selling myself. That's the hard thing. I'm terrible at selling myself, but I love helping other people sell themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I love help, whether it be a little one-man band helping them build their website, or if it's a bigger thing, helping them outsource building their website. Just, it's so great to be able to work with people and help them do something that they couldn't do themselves. Whether it be using social media, whether it be using technology, it's cool to solve problems in that way. So I don't know. Am I going to be a consultant? Am I going to be a freelancer? Am I just going to be, instead of getting one big full-time gig, am I going to get lots of little gigs because you put lots of little things together and that turns out to be one big thing? I don't know. Maybe things at my previous place maybe some things will turn around and there'll be a little bit more sun shining and maybe I'll be back there. I would love that. I absolutely would. No malice whatsoever with them. They did what they thought was the best business move. I just want to solve problems, and there's got to be somebody who wants to pay somebody to help them solve problems. That's
Exactly.
what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
How can people in your social network or on social media help as you're going down this path?
Just keep their eyes open. Just keep their eyes open. You can't forget. You can't forget the power of this tool. You can't forget. When you look at somebody in LinkedIn said, "Tom, you're the most connected person I know." And I went to LinkedIn. I didn't realize I had over 500 connections in LinkedIn, and you don't realize those types of things until you need it. But just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. That's it. That's all. That's really all it is. And if you have some problems you need help solving, I'd love to do it. Previously, I would love to do it, and I did it for free. Now unfortunately I can't do it as a hobby anymore. Because I'm gonna have to get a little scratch on it. But you know what? Let's talk. Let's do lunch, and let's build something together.
Can you tell us again what are some of the social media platforms that you're on? So if somebody's looking for you.
Oh gosh, if you're looking for me, Twitter's a big one. LinkedIn, Facebook, I'm certainly on. I have my jump page. If you just go to TommyTRC.com, you can see all the different places that I have all listed all in one big spot. It's hard not to find me.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh no, I appreciate that.
Anything else you wanted to add?
Just thanks.
We have no doubt you'll find something.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty humbling.
Yeah. It's just, and I think we talked about this last week.
At Walgreens, when I was at Walgreens,
yeah,
on
so
the
you're at
phone.
Walgreens, and I said that something along the lines. Every time a door has closed for me, and it's just amazing. You don't see it at the time, but numerous doors are opening up.
Absolutely, and there's doors open. I had there's people calling me. There's things. There's little things going on behind the scenes that I don't even know about. I get a phone call this morning. Hey, Tommy, call this guy. Or I was at lunch and Randy goes, hey, send me your resume. That type of thing. That's amazing. I mean, even somebody at lunch goes, Tommy, when I heard about that, I was completely flabbergasted. I was just stunned. And I said, well, thank you. And then it went into a little bit more detail. And I guess you really find the true character in people when things aren't going their way. And it's easy to to be mad and to scream and to who knows what people do. I mean, you see it in the news when people go off kilter, but that doesn't really solve a lot. That doesn't really solve a lot. And just being who you are, continue to be nice, help other people out. Even though you're down, you help somebody else out. And last night I was helping some guy with his computer. I didn't think about my no job thing. I was helping him solve his computer. That was a nice hour. I didn't have to worry about myself because I was doing something for somebody else.
Yep. Yep. That's the beauty of it.
We'll
If you have any ideas for a job or anything that you need help with,
I'm free.
you know how to get a hold of Tommy TRC on Twitter. I'm Lisa Cruz with Red Shoe Speak.
Thanks, I'm Jess Dennis.
And I'm Tom Clifford. Thanks, everybody.